What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Goblin, and today I'm coming in with Rehab Part 2, Day 2, whatever you want to call it. But before I dive into that, I want to mention a couple things. First off, follow Grindel on Twitter in the description below for making this thumbnail. I really do appreciate him helping me out. He actually made all 5 of the thumbnails for this 5-part thing, so I really do appreciate it. He made them all at once and really helped me out with the uploads, so much love to him. Sub to him and follow him on Twitter and all that. And also, hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. I'm uploading in 1080p 60 FPS now, and the computer I'm on is a pretty big piece of shit, so these videos take like an hour and a half to render, which really sucks. So yeah, I mean, I do it for you guys. I love you all. Also appreciate the support on the last video, and I noticed your guys' comments asking me to explain exactly how I got sent to rehab, so I'm going to go a little more into detail with that. So let's just dive right into that. Hope you guys enjoy. Drop a like if you do and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. So how I got sent, before I even dive into my day, basically to sum it up, it was a Sunday morning, last Sunday, a week ago from today actually, and me and my dad, basically I left the house without telling where my mom was going, and I went on a walk because I was just feeling pretty frustrated. I didn't go out to smoke. I didn't have anything on me, that was illegal whatsoever, and I just went on a walk, and I came back and I was locked out of my house, and I called my mom and rang the doorbell, and she was not answering. I was locked out, so I was just sitting on the porch, and all of a sudden a bunch of police pull up, and they search me, ask me questions. I let them search me because I had nothing on me because they thought I was out smoking, and I had nothing to hide, so I was like, go ahead, search me, like I'll prove it right now. And I had nothing on me, not even a lighter, so they let me back in. And I sat down and I asked my mom, why were the police here? I don't really think you should have gone to that extent. And she was like, oh, it wasn't me, it was your father, because I told him you left. And me and my dad don't have a good relationship at all. He doesn't even live with me. I haven't lived with him in like almost a year. I don't speak to him. So I called him and I was asking why he called the police on me, except I personally don't think he has the right to do that. He's not in my life. He doesn't live with me. So he can't really make those decisions. And, he basically went off on me, calling me some names that I don't want to state in this video, but some names that I wasn't very fond of. So, I went off on him, and he felt threatened and called the police, and they took me to the not the mental hospital, the behavioral hospital, quote unquote, for being very angry at my dad because I thought I had anger problems. So, yeah, I mean, that's basically why I got put into rehab, and I just kind of decided to, while I was in there, just help my drug problem because I don't really have an anger problem. I just really don't like my dad. But yeah, that's how I got sent there, just to clear it up. Hope you guys, understand that, and I hope you guys understand me not wanting to go into too much detail about that. But anyways, day 2. So now the first part of day 2 wasn't really very interesting. I woke up, I kind of went through my routine, went to some groups. Jesus guy woke me up very nicely, let me tell you. Johnny, who I mentioned in the last video, woke me up beautifully today. It was like 5 a.m. and I wake up and I hear him walking through the halls yelling Bible verses. Like literally, this guy's not even a Bible in his hand. He has them memorized. Like this dude's got everything, dude. He was naming the people who said it and everything, dude. This guy's fucking insane. And I still had his Bible, so like I knew he wasn't reading it out of the Bible. Like this dude really had it memorized. So he woke me up with some beautiful Bible verses. He woke everyone up with them until they had to like escort him back to his room. And they have him on this thing called unit, which is where he can't leave his room. And they have him on something called one-on-one as well. So they always have a staff member in his room with him. It's pretty fucked up, but I mean that's how loopy this guy is, to say the least. So anyways, second day, it's going pretty normally. I'm going to my groups, going to group therapy, it's a pretty normal day. And then around noon, I got a roommate, and I had my own room. I was really lucky. And then all of a sudden I hear someone talking in the hall and kind of like approaching my room, because you can kind of like sense when someone's about to come into your area. And this dude walks in who's like couple inches taller than me, pretty skinny. He walks in and there's an employee behind him, and they're like, all right, this is your room, and we're going to call him, what should we call him? We're going to call him Chad. All right, so Chad is my roommate, right? He walks in, he's like, what's up, bro? I'm like, what's up? And, I'm kind of looking at him because, like, I've never really been in a situation or like a boarding school or anything where I've had to like have a roommate like this, and I'm an only child, so I'm not used to like sleeping in the same room as other people and stuff like that. And I snore. I fucking snore, so I didn't know this guy was going to be cool with that or not, but either way, so I get him, and, we're cooling it for a little bit, just talking, trying to get to know him a little better, because if I'm about to basically live with this guy, I want to at least know him a little bit, so I'm asking him questions, he's telling me stories, we hit it off, we get along pretty well, basically, immediately, and, he brought a deck of cards. That's one of the few things that you could do for fun in rehab. They let you bring cards, which Thank God. If I had no cards in there, I'd probably be mentally insane right now. I don't know if I'd be out yet because I'd probably just have like smashed my face into a window or some shit. I don't fucking know. But either way, he's showing me all these magic trick with cards, like shit I've never seen in my life. Like I don't know how the hell he pulled half this shit off. And he's showing me all these card games and just whooping my ass in them because, this guy's a fucking card animal. And, we decided to add a little fun to it. Now, this isn't allowed, but we didn't really care. We were just gambling on these games. We were gambling our snacks, because they gave us 3 snack times a day, and we were just gambling our snacks for the snack time. So, like, we'd give each other our snacks on, like, whoever won, and we'd go, like, our snacks were our chips, basically. Like, I had, like, 3 bags of Teddy Grahams, and those were my chips, and he had, like, some pretzels and some drinks, and we would just push those into the pot, and, like, that was our pot. So we were just gambling food, basically, and it was pretty damn fun. We were playing like Go Fish, Rummy, BS, a Speed, all sorts of games. It was fucking lit. Like it was the most fun I'd had yet. And at first I didn't really want a roommate, but then it got okay, because it gave me like something to take my mind off of like looking at the wall and reading like Geronimo Stilton books because it's like the only thing they fucking had. So we're sitting there with him, and all of a sudden, Jesus guy, little Johnny, comes walking by again. And this guy already knows what's up. This guy already knows Johnny's pretty crazy. I kind of gave him a rundown. I was like, all right, just look out for Johnny and don't fuck with him because that guy, I don't know what he's going to do. He might baptize you. He might drown you in holy water. He might whip a cross at your forehead while you're sleeping. He might fuck you with a Bible. Like, who knows? Who knows what Johnny's doing? But this guy wanted to trigger Johnny. This guy wanted to make sure that Johnny got real pissed off. So he devised a plan with me. He was like, all right, every time Johnny walks by our door, we're going to stand in the doorway and have a conversation about Satan. So I was like, hell fucking yeah, this sounds great. I'm totally down for this. So we're standing in the doorway and Johnny walks by. So we're waiting for him to come back by because he has to come back by us to get to his room because his room was behind ours. So we were waiting in the doorway and I was listening for him to start coming because you can hear him. Not the footsteps. You can hear him preaching Bible verses. That's how you know he's coming towards you. You literally you just hear the Jesus get louder, basically. Like that's pretty much how you know Johnny's in the room, So he's walking by and he looks at me and he starts like laughing and he goes, honestly, I've been really thinking about the true Lord Satan lately. And Johnny stops dead in his fucking tracks and looks, and Johnny's pissed. Johnny's like, Satan is scum. Satan is the devil of the earth and you will burn in hell for that. And Chad goes, Satan is my Lord. I will rise to heaven because Satan is the true angel. And Johnny's done. Johnny's pissed. Johnny is cashed. He storms back to his room and the employees have to hold him because I can literally hear his breathing 3 doors down. You just hear this faint 3 doors down, and then you hear him reading Bible verses really loud and praying and trying to I don't know, I guess get the Satan out of his ears. I don't really know how else to put that. So I mean, that was kind of the highlight of our day, just seeing Johnny lose his shit, because it was, I don't know, it was pretty interesting. And I still had his Bible as well, so we were flipping through that. He had a ton of stuff marked on the pages, like I said, and I read it a little bit, but I'm not a super religious person, so I was just really confused by the whole thing. So I just gave it back to him later that night. I was just here, and then he asked if I read it, and I was like, I'm reading another book right now. I haven't really gotten around to it yet. I was reading fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid, so I don't really think that was a novel I had to invest myself in. But either way, I gave it back to him later that night, and by the time we got done, kind of seeing him flip out, it was pretty much the end of the day. We didn't really have much else left to do, and it was a pretty dead day, besides the fact that I got a roommate. So nighttime came around, and we were still playing some, I don't know, I think it was Rummy or some shit, and Johnny walks by again. Now, this time, my roommate Chad, he wanted to draw a picture of Satan on a paper airplane and throw it into his room. Now, I thought this was fucking hilarious, but I also thought that was just a horrible plan. A, because you would get caught, and B, because I don't know what Johnny would do. I don't know Johnny well. I don't know what he's capable of. All I know is that this dude's pretty fucking crazy, so I kind of warned him to be a little careful, a little wary of doing things with Johnny, which he was. So he didn't end up throwing it, but at a later date he may have. I'll explain that maybe in the next couple days coming up. But after that, it was nighttime, and he was laying down. I warned him. I was like, listen, bro, I might snore a little bit. And he was like, oh, it's okay. I sleepwalk. So, I'm laying there in bed, right? And I'm sleeping. It's first night. I was snoring loud. He had earplugs in, though, because I warned him. And I wake up, and I didn't really understand the extent of his sleepwalking because how I was facing the corner, but there's like a little gap between my bed and the corner. So, like, there's a little area you can walk and, like, set things down. And he was literally face against the wall, just walking into the wall, completely asleep. Like, I could tell the dude was sleeping because he had no clue what he was doing. I don't even know if he was, like, conscious or not. He was just walking into the wall. And then I think he kind of, like, woke up because I heard him kind of, like, grunt and then, like, freeze and then walk back. And I know that he was doing this because I was still awake when he was doing this. Like, I opened my eyes and I saw this. I was trying to fall asleep, but it's kind of hard when some guy's face first into the wall next to you and Johnny's preaching Bible verses 2 rooms down and you can hear him in every fucking corner of the rehab center. It's not a good thing. But, either way, then I just went to sleep and woke up the next morning, and I will continue this in the next day, which will be going up tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for the support, and thank you for watching. Once again, check out Grindle in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.